Like, if I ever needed a reminder that I'm getting old, I think social media
It is. It is the one.
is very loud. It's extraordinarily loud. Like, whoo! I mean, because
Ooh.
all of the social media platforms are in like a switch. I feel like we're in like a shift.
I agree.
And I think I'm learning that Instagram, like, I don't know, there's such a push for, I think content creation has become such an industry now that
it definitely is.
that every, like, all of the things that are out there are so, I don't know, it's just hard to, I talk to Fran a lot about this because it's easy to get swept away into the rat race of it, and I really have to work on being true to myself because I don't want to get caught up in numbers and
No, you can't. You'll go crazy, and this is why a lot of these kids is depressed and got all
it's
issues.
it's really a drain on you emotionally and mentally.
Sister, let me tell you,
There's like such pressure.
my classmates, ranging from age 18 to like 25, are on Prozac.
Really?
Yes. Maybe that should not go on YouTube. Chris Rogers, don't put that on YouTube. This is Patreon talk.
Ooh.
But
it was all worth it, and I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed, but
it's, yes, like they'll come in class anxious that day, and they're like, I just didn't take my meds, and I'm, I understand that mental health issues are real, and people deal with a number of mental and emotional, they're battling with mental and emotional things on a daily basis. But I was really fascinated by the quantity of the young individuals who are on medication for anxiety and stuff.
Well, I kind of feel like, and I don't want to be, I'm a little leery because I think about when when we were kids, right? And my brother's like first grade teacher tried to was really adamant with my mom that he has some sort of attention deficit or behavioral issue. And she was really advocating for my brother to be put on medication, and my mom was really vocal against it. She was just like, no, there's nothing.
A lot of Black mothers.
Right. And so I often think about if she had not, right? Like, how many moms don't have that sort of language or leverage or time or attention to really sort of be in that advocacy space.
Yeah.
And that's not a judgment, but that's just more of a reality, right? So like what happens when your mom doesn't really have time to sit around and go back and forth with the teacher, and so it's just easier to just do what the teacher say. And how many kids have been prescribed medication and now sort of been socialized to believe that they need medication without the benefit of any other sort of treatment or developing any skills for managing anxiety. I often think about that when you think about sort of how widespread it is for folks to sort of be taking medication. And this is not shaming.
It's not a put down to Western medicine. Yeah. I think I personally, because ain't no Joe Rogan over here. But personally, ooh, child, we'll talk about it. I adopt Eastern Western medication or medicine type of mentality, and it's just kind of what we do in the house. We try to keep things very natural, and really boost and work on and keep our natural immune system strong.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that we're against vaccines or things that there's a reason. I understand there's a reason a lot of us don't have scabies and motherfucking smallpox and rubella and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there is a healthy balance to find, and you have to find what works for you. I don't believe in a push and a control, but I also, I believe in people making their own decisions. And there's just a number of things. I also believe in being socially responsible. You know what I'm saying? And again, there's a reason why there are certain diseases and things that are not running rampant nowadays that did back in the day.
I just feel like society, our tendency is to just be so extreme. We're always polarized. Like it's either all or nothing. And I just feel like a lot of what we are dealing with as a people is way more complex, right? So like we were talking about on the, how easily it is for folks to sort of get anxious or be prone to sort of being anxious about things, especially younger people, especially because we were talking about it because I was talking about how stressed I was trying to do that real, right? And I know that there are some folks who just have a knack and a talent and sort of pick things up really easily, but these things sort of get viral and get popular, and then there comes this pressure to sort of get to be a part of the move, whether or not it is something that works for you, that fits in your life, that aligns with your skill sets and proclivities. What happens when you fall outside of that? So there's no, like I said, it's all or nothing. What if you're just a little bit? Or what if you're just trying to slowly peek around in it? I don't know. It's just, I just feel like we're so extreme. And I wish that we could, not be so either or, so black or white.
Right, because many things can be true at one time.
Absolutely.
And that's all right.
And that would sort of be,
right.
I think that would sort of alleviate a lot of this pressure that we feel all the time, because we give ourselves space to just sort of let things be. I posted right before we started because I'm trying to be better about positive self-talk and telling myself things that are kind and compassionate. And so I have been struggling through Monday. I'm not going to hold you. I have a lot on my plate. I have a lot on my mind, personally and professionally. And so Monday's productivity has been a slow drip, right? Which is not really much. It's not really much different from last week, but I had to tell myself, girl, you don't have to figure it all out today. You don't have to finish it all today. You just do all you can. And so, I said, go to bed. You don't have to. I don't have to figure out how it's going to come together. I don't have to have a strategy. I don't have to go to bed with a 10-point plan for what I'm going to do tomorrow. No. I can absolutely just rest my mind and rest my heart and rest my eyes, because, carrying around all of this angst and what if all day long, it's really a quick way to just exhaust you.
It really is.
It wears down.
You burn yourself right on out. My hard rule with social media, and I think I've kept it a hard rule through all of the years of social media that I've operated, from Facebook in the college days to Black Planet to Ringo to whatever.
That's a new one for me.
That was some sort of picture sharing before Instagram.
I feel like I've heard that before. But I don't know.
I found it through Facebook. It was years and years and years ago, but it was a photo sharing platform before Instagram. So, but my hard rule is I just post what I got campaigns and jobs and stuff that I have to post. But even with those, I post what I like. Like,
yes, and I
post
that.
what makes me laugh. I post
Yeah.
if I post something that is comical, it is because it made me laugh and I wanted to. And I don't care if 3 people see it or if 3,400 people see it.
That's so true.
I posted it because it makes me happy.
People have made it such a thing now.
Yeah, and I can't reel. I don't reel, and I'm not going to pretend that I can.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have all the zhuzh. When Black Planet was a thing, I didn't know how to do all the plugins.
HTML. The girls was coding.
I did not do all of that. Okay?
The girls was coding back in the day.
I had 2 sparkles on the motherfucking page because I had a homeboy put it in for me. And I was like, me done. I don't know how to do this.
The girls was told, but that's so true. And I mean, I have to really remind myself because, and I think, to be fair to myself, I feel like I've gotten a lot of messaging over the years, right? Mm-hmm. Anytime you talk to anyone who's sort of in this influencer space, whether you ask or not, they're going to tell you what they did to sort of get to where they are. And a few years back, I remember very distinctly a conversation that I had with someone who told me that, like, you know, I do a lot. I post a lot, and my page is, you know, got all kinds of stuff on it. And you want people to remember you for 1 or 2 things. So it was almost like she was telling me that I needed to pick where I wanted to focus on for my social media, and that sent me into like my nerves because I came into social media, you know, just sort of being myself, not really trying to make a career out of it, and I'm still not in that place. You know, opportunities come, and I'm appreciative of them, and I do my best, and you know, when things align and when it makes sense, but I just want my social media to represent me. And so all that includes all parts of me. So if I want to talk about a book chapter that I wrote or an op-ed that I wrote, I want to talk about my podcast. If I want to talk about what I wore to church or how I did my makeup or some television show I watch, I don't want to feel like there's no space for me to explore the things. Like, all of these things are important to me. All of these things make me me. You know, I started posting my prayers not for content, right? I wasn't trying to attract anyone. I did it one time, and people said how much they resonated with them. And so and they asked me to keep posting, and so I do. So I'm not thinking like, I know people are going to like this, or I'm not thinking about this from this content perspective, but I start my week with prayer, just like I start my day with prayer. And that's just something that is true to me.
Right.
But I don't want to, I think when I try to think about it and sort of fit it into the social media framework, it doesn't fit. And then I feel like I'm not doing it right or something to that effect.
As long as you doing you doing it right. Yeah. And that's literally the one and only rule. That's
true.
I don't give people any, like, I don't know all of the ins and outs. I have people try to teach me about the algorithm and this and that.
I said on Twitter the other day, the word algorithm triggers me. Like it sends me on oh my God, what the hell?
Dumb. And then you got the brands that hit you. Can you please let us know what the blah 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 is? And then I got to figure out how to go look shit up. Well, here's your numbers, but so I can't.
I don't know what they mean. I don't know what they mean.
I don't know what they mean. Well, can you send us the impressions? Now send us the blah, 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 blah.
Yes, we need insights. And I'm just like,
okay, all right. Well,
sure.
Here you go.
Now I got to find it.
And I don't go look. Yeah. I don't go see. I don't care how many numbers y'all got. I fulfilled what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I posted what made me happy. I was authentic to myself. I don't accept every campaign. You know what I'm saying? I've had people hit me up to do Halloween merch and all kinds of shit. If it doesn't align at all with who I am, I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Which is easy to take on, which, you know, it would be easy money to come through, but I try to take what I have with integrity, and I try to just always be myself. And that may be the most Barney ass advice to ever give anybody.
No, but it's
true. What's gotten me this far.
It's absolutely true.
I just try to be myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like can't nobody beat me being me, right?
That's
it.
So that's it.
I don't have to compete with nobody if I'm just Keia out here.
No.
And that's all parts of me.
Every little bit.
Scholarly,
all your
churchy.
2,000 pounds.
Hood, rat, ghetto trash, chill.
That's it. And we love to see it.
And we do.
We love to see
and
it.
I just feel like I'm a complex person. I always have been. I don't fit in a neat little box. And I don't know.
think anybody does. And maybe a couple people.
Maybe a
they're
couple
boring.
people.
They're boring people. Like, I mean, you know,
Like,
and
man.
neat boxes are, you know what I am? I liken myself to the Christmas package that you cannot wrap. So it just be a blob.
You just gotta wrap the
paper around it. It's not pretty, but it serves it gets the job done.
Yeah. That's good. It's a good metaphor. I see the visual.
I love a pretty wrap box under the Christmas tree, but that just ain't your girl. And so I have to accept that that's not who I am.
Yeah.
Anywho. Shall we begin our show?
I think we shall.